recognized, Mr. Welch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I thank the witnesses for their excellent testimony. My view, this is a practical problem to be solved. I don't see that we should be coming at this trying to take away wages and benefits, and I don't see that it should be attacked by trying to take away delivery services that Americans have really come to rely on. I'm from a rural state in Vermont, and I don't know how the letters, we had a lot of snow this year. I mean, we had a lot of snow this year. We had 10 feet of snow. In fact, it's snowing now. And somehow, some way, on my 8-mile dirt road, you managed to deliver the mail. So I don't know who's responsible for that, but it wasn't you guys. I can tell that. It was those people in these little post offices back in Heartland, Vermont, Norwich, Vermont. It's quite astonishing. So there's been I don't know, festive atmosphere here, talking about what's good and bad, but the bottom line is the mail's getting delivered. The other thing that's quite amazing is you're doing it on these snow days for 44 cents a first-class piece of mail. That's a pretty good deal. And it's business, and it's those personal letters that we don't get as many of, but we all love to receive. And the other thing that is amazing, and I think it's just got to be acknowledged, it gets sort of swept aside when we get in these discussions, is that the things that the commercial deliverers don't want to provide to deliver, you guys do. And a lot of times it's frustrating when we go to our mailbox and there's more, quote, junk in there than we want, but it is a part of commercial life in this country. So I think those have to be acknowledged when we're trying to wrestle with this problem. The other thing, you pointed out that you've had about a 30% head count, 100,000 fewer employees since '08. You know, Governor Miller, that's an amazing thing. You know, we sit up here on these dais and act as though it's time to change because it's a new era, and it's true that we have to change, but that is hard. I mean, these are livelihoods. People have built their lives around a system that we put in place in a way that made sense, and then not just individual employees, but businesses, homeowners. I mean, I think that's a significant accomplishment that demonstrates real good faith. I mean, what are your views on that?
I agree with you. I agree with you, Congressman. It's a remarkable achievement. It's something that has been done in a compassionate way. Most of it has been done done by attrition. Some have been reassigned, but it's a remarkable achievement. The unfortunate thing is that the volume of mail has contracted faster when you consider the productivity increases than we've been able to keep up with.
Right, and that's the new world that we're in. So further adjustments have to be made. But my sense here is that no one's easing off on the gas pedal and trying to make these changes. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yes, sir, I would, and I think Postmaster General Donahoe's done a great job. He was in charge of this as Deputy Postmaster General, and I'm sure that Governor Giuliano or Chairman Giuliano would agree with that. Might have something to add.
Well, thanks. No, that's all right. Let me go on to another one. You know, one of the issues here is, do we go to a 5-day delivery to save money? And I understand there's some debate about how much, quote, money that we would save. But let me ask this question. I'll ask you, Mr. Donohue. What would be the impact on losing market share to your competitors if we went to a 5-day week?
FedEx and UPS don't deliver on Saturday now, so we don't think that there would be much of a change. We think that, again, customers have the opportunity, if they'd like with the Postal Service, to have a post office box to get their mail in, and we still would be offering express mail service. So Saturday's our lightest day. It's the day that from an advertising mail standpoint, that's the lightest day of the week where advertisers try to hit a mailbox, because generally people are out and about on Saturday. Monday through Friday they come home, they look at their mail, and then they do their shopping on the weekend.
Mr. Guffey, how about you? What's your sense on that? I know that on Saturday I have more time on my hands. And I mean, the Saturday delivery is something
I hate to see
I
hate to see any service cut to the American people unless it's absolutely necessary. There are other means of. It would create, you know, a situation where private companies, mailbox, et cetera, and these places that provide their own boxes would not receive the mail, which is good for us because then the people who have those would have to come get post-off boxes if they wanted them on Saturday. But, you know, I hate to see any services cut to the American people when there's opportunities to keep providing those services.
Okay. And Chairman Giuliano, you've been talking, as we all have, about the first overpayment of contribution, right?
Correct.
I mean, this is an amazing situation. You can be over-aggressive or too passive, and it seems like we're making you front money beyond what actuarially, by any standard, should be required. Is that more or less the case?
That's my understanding. And Congressman, there's a pattern behind this. This is not new. In 2003, it was determined that CSRS was overfunded by, I can't remember what the number was, but it was over $50 billion.
So what's the problem of changing that?
We're told by OMB and Treasury that it takes a change in the law.
And that's it?
Well,
So, Mr. Chairman, we can help solve this problem. We change that law. Thank you.
I thank the gentleman, and I trust that in the President's budget,